Nityanandam everyone, it's the Kundalini Yogini. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, make sure to do so to follow my life of conscious living and learn how you can make every moment of your life more sustainable and more spiritual. So today I wanted to dive into the other side of manifestation. Why it is that you may not be manifesting the life you want. And I think this is the biggest conflict with the science of manifestation, is people feeling like they are constantly manifesting things that they do not want in their life, that cause them pain, that cause them suffering. And so because of this, they automatically write off the science of manifestation. Or maybe you're somebody who wants to believe in it but doesn't understand how it works or why it's not working for you. And I want to dive into one conscious understanding, one cosmic truth about the science of manifestation, which will help you experience it directly and unlock the science for yourself. So the number one reason why people do not manifest the life they want, why they're experiencing something in their life which they don't want to be experiencing, is that they are not taking responsibility for it. And now I know this is hard to hear and it can be a bit unsettling, and I know if I'm telling the complete truth, this was something which I was not ready to hear a few years ago. I was outraged that somebody could tell me and look me straight in the face and say that I was manifesting this depression, or I was manifesting this kind of abuse or toxic relationships in my life. But if we're being straight and if we're understanding it from a pure conscious perspective, we are responsible for everything which manifests. And the reason why we suffer, why we struggle with what we're facing, what we're seeing in our outer world, when it's not a reflection of something which we're holding in our inner space, I would say at least 90% of the time, it's because we are not ready to take responsibility, that we've shied away from taking responsibility for our life. And I just want to give you guys an example of this. So I was stuck in a lot of abuse in my life for many, many years, in my family setting, and I was continuously experiencing this on a day-to-day basis in a toxic household, and feeling a lot of violence and anger was constantly being thrown at me. And I felt so much of a hatred towards life, so much of a frustration and misunderstanding of why that was happening for me, and how could I be manifesting this. It was just like I wanted to pull my hair out. I couldn't understand how I was creating this life for myself. But when I look back at why that was happening, it's not to say that other people are not going to do things to you which you don't like. It's not to say that you can control other people's actions. That's not what I'm trying to say. I don't want you guys to get hung up on the fact that I'm saying this. I don't want you to get frustrated and angry and stop listening. And I don't mean this as a personal attack in any way. I'm just telling you from my experience and from many others of learning the science of manifestation through Sanatana Hindu Dharma, that this is the cosmic truth, the cosmic revelation. That yes, maybe somebody outside of me's actions is not in my hands. I can't control them. That is true, yes. But how can I change what I'm experiencing? This is where responsibility comes into play. When we're in a powerful space, when we consciously decide to take responsibility, full responsibility for what we're experiencing, that is when breakthroughs happen. That is when things change. For example, if somebody is in a physically abusive relationship, for example, a domestic abuse relationship, where somebody is getting hit in their relationship, for a long time, right, usually what people say is that they're so in love with the person still that they allow that to happen because they're scared to lose them, and still part of them sees the good in them, right? Part of them loves them. Part of them still has that attachment. As soon as that being firmly decides, this is not okay, this is not something I want to manifest in my life anymore, this is not serving me, and I am not okay with having this in my space, they walk away. That stops. And did they change that person? Maybe not. Did they control that person's actions? No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is that we can change the situations we are in. We can decide to take ourselves out of them, and sometimes we can decide how we can shift our own space, our own inner space, to start changing the outside world. Again, I know this is so hard to hear and sometimes very hard to digest. And I understand, I really do. If you feel extremely stuck still in any way, I want to help you, because really I have seen mostly everything in my short existence I've been through a lot, and I understand how hard it is and how shitty it feels sometimes to believe that this is all manifesting through you. But this is supposed to be coming from a space of empowerment, okay? And I'm not saying this to put you down or point fingers at you and saying that all these things in your life are your fault. No, I'm trying to empower you to lift yourself up, because only ourself can lift ourselves. No one else can move us. So just take a moment and look and analyze what areas can you take more responsibility for in your life that are causing you suffering, that are causing you pain. Do those things. Do those little things. They're going to make a huge difference, even if it's a little step at first. Even if it's a small step, something you do every day in which you're taking responsibility for your own happiness or your own well-being or your own safety. All of those things matter so much. So start standing up for that. Start taking responsibility for your life in your own hands. And you'll see that that's when things are going to start to shift. The more that you take responsibility, the more life starts supporting that reality for you. They see that you're serious about your intention to be, your intention to live in that way. And that's when the cosmos will flood you and shower you with abundance. I hope this guys was helpful for you guys. And again, I hope that you could really enter your space of listening. I totally understand, and I really am empathetic with all of what you're going through in your stories. So if still you're frustrated and you don't understand, please reach out to me. I really, with this topic, I'm really going to open the gates for communication with you guys, because it matters a lot to me. And I know how much this understanding really altered the way I experienced life on a day-to-day basis. So I love you all. I'm here for you. And I hope that you're all having a beautiful day, and hopefully we'll connect soon. Thank you guys so much. Nityanandam.